Hi folks, how are you today? This is Wayne Collins.
In Glendora, a show for living right. A chance with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while.
Wayne Collins and his friend Bill Banker. And Wayne wrote that song, he wrote the words, and he wrote the music. And his friend Bill Banker did the video. And how are you today? I have some very good thoughts for you to make you happy. We have the secret to happiness, folks. We have the secret. On a chat with Glendora. Listen to this. Come unto me, all ye who labor and are heavily laden. Now, a chat with Glendora is simplified Christianity, simplified religion, any religion. And what that is saying, you who labor and heavily laden, you know who those are? Those are the people who are egotistical and selfish and put themselves first and pull away from the universe. You can't really pull away from it, but they think they can. And they say, I'm better than you are. I'm smarter than you are. I got a bigger house. I got a better car. I got better clothes. It's a myth. It isn't there. It's a fraud. It's a scam. You cannot separate yourself from the universe. The universe is all of us together, all of us. When you do something well and you think you deserve the credit, well, you don't. It's all of us together that did it, including the sun, including the Earth's trip around the sun, including the spin of the Earth, including the soil, including the grass, the buds of the trees that are coming out. It's all of us. You don't get the credit for anything, individually. So, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavily laden. Those are the selfish people, the ego people, who put themselves first. They labor and they're heavily laden. But by the way, this is the book of Matthew, New Testament, Bible, chapter 11, verse 28. And I will give you rest for my yoke. I don't like that word. I'm not going to use it. It's a mean thing to do to animals. It's brutality. I will use the word work. For my work is no, I don't think that's it. It's for, no. For my work is easy, and my burden is light. Come to me and learn of my work, for I am lowly in heart That is such a good segue. That's so good to tie in work and heavily laden and lowly in heart. Because you see, that's the egotism out of it. That's so nice the way that's tied in together. The egotism is out of it. That's the meek and lowly in heart. And you will have a light and easy time of it. For my work is easy, and my burden is light. What is the burden? What is the work? The work is helping others. So let's go back and see if we can make that a little smoother. We're talking about labor and being heavily laden. What is labor and what is heavily laden? Labor is selfishness and egotism and heavily laden. But when you come unto helping others, the work is easy, and it's light, and it's fun, and we all enjoy it. And we are light in heart, and we are content, and we are satisfied. And this is simplified Christianity. God, Christ, and helping others are all the same thing. They all mean the same thing. They're all interchangeable, folks, and they're all synonym. They're all synonymous. So I think that is a lovely, lovely passage. Matthew 11, 28, 29, and 30. And our song today is fun. Spirit of God, descend upon our hearts. Wean us from self, through all its pulses move. Stoop not to weakness, mighty as thou art. And we love God as we ought to love. Now, let's translate that in our Chat with Glendora language. Spirit of God, descend upon our hearts. Spirit of helping others, descend upon our hearts. Wean us through self. Wean us through self. Get rid of it. Through all its pulses move. Stoop not to weakness. What is weakness? Egotism. Selfishness. Mighty as thou art. Who is mighty? Who is all might? Helping others. God, Christ, any religion. And helping others are synonymous, interchangeable. And love God as you ought to love. And love helping others as you ought to love. Isn't that nice? Now you're all set, aren't you? That's the secret. Well, I think it's time for jokes. We do our meditation from the Bible first, and then we do our jokes. These are fun jokes.
And this is, and what's this?
65 TV stations, Boston to San Diego.
Okay.
give it a shot.
Citizens said a few twinges in the hinges. And you know you're getting old, folks, when it takes you longer to rest up than it did to get tired. Or you're out in the evening and you're having a good time, and you're faced with two temptations. You're taking the one to get you home at 9:30. Well, how good is your memory, folks? How do you feel about your memory? How good is it?
Good.
Because I'm wondering if I can get by with telling you jokes I've told you for 4 years. You're a little early here for church, folks. It's not going to start until tomorrow morning. All righty. Why did the housewife put popcorn into the pancake batter? Well, the pancakes would turn over by themselves. And the boss says that he believes in reincarnation. Did you ever notice at 5 p.m. everybody comes back to life? A man called the hospital and he said, I'm inquiring as to the condition of James Parsons. And the nurse says, well, Mr. Parsons had a good sleep. He's resting comfortably today. And we think tomorrow we'll be discharged. Who's calling? The man said, James Parsons. The doctor didn't tell me anything. What do you call a smart duck, folks? What do you call a smart duck? A wisecracker. And what is the difference between lightning and electricity? Lightning and electricity. You don't have to pay for lightning. You've heard of the Wonder Diet? You eat anything you want, and then the next morning you wonder why your clothes don't fit. And then you heard of the Army Diet? Everything you eat goes to the front. This woman bought a new scale, and she brought him home. It was a scale, folks. There were men who step on the scale. The man tells you how much you weigh. So she brought him home. She stumbled it. She stepped on it, and the man's voice said, "Please, one at a time." A man went on a diet and he didn't eat anything but bananas and coconuts. Did he lose weight? No, or you should see him climb trees. All righty. Man came home from work and he says, honey, I'm going to lose my job. The company's found something that'll do the work of 5 men. And she said, 1 woman? Oh, and another man came home from work and he said, his wife says, did you have a good day at work, dear? And he says, no. They gave us aptitude tests and I flunked. She says, that's terrible. He says, yeah, it's a good thing I own the company. The Swedish construction crew, folks, got a job refurbishing an apartment way up on the 4th floor. And in the late afternoon, the foreman came by and pulls up, and he said, hey, you guys finished? And they said, no, we're at siege. God, why did Adam is talking to God? And he says, God, why did you make Eve? God says, well, I thought you were lonesome. Well, God, why did you make her so beautiful? Well, so you would like her. Well, God, why did you make her so dumb? So she would like you.
to God and he says, God, how much is $1 million to you? God said, $10. The man said, well, God, how much is 1,000,000 years to you? And God said, 1 second. And the man said, God, can I have $10? And God said, just a second. And Adam was sitting on a park bench, and he looked dejected. And a man came along and he said, you look dejected. What's the matter? The Adam says, this is an atom, A-T-O-M. The Adam says, I'm not an atom any longer. I'm an ion. I lost an electron. The man says, are you sure? And he says, I'm positive. This little boy and his dog would go to school together every morning. And they'd come home in the afternoon together. And everybody thought that was endearing. It went on for years. Then one day it all stopped. The dog graduated. Now, the owner of the shop said to his employee, I saw you arguing with the customer. It's a strict policy of the shop. The customer is always right. Now, I never want to see you argue with the customer again. Do you understand that? And the little employee said, yes, sir. And the owner said, well, what were you arguing about? And the employee said, he said you were an idiot. A truck driver was in a truck stop, and he was eating, and 3 men on 3 motorcycles parked them outside, came in, and one of the motorcycles turned over the truck driver's cup of coffee, and another one turned over his glass of water, and a third one turned over his plate of dinner. So the truck driver got up, he paid his bill, and he went out. And one motorcyclist said to the other, he's not much of a fighter, is he? And the owner of the truck stop said, he's not much of a driver, he just drove over 3 motorcycles. A little boy had a little red wagon, and he took it out on the street just as he went by the church. Just as he went by the church, all the wheels fell off. And he says, well, I'll be darned. The next day, he's taking his little red wagon down the street, gets to the church, and all the wheels fall off. He says, I'll be darned. Third day, he takes out his little red wagon, gets to the church, all the wheels fall off. He says, I'll be darned. And the priest came out and he says, that is not a good thing for you to say, I'll be darned. You shouldn't say, I'll be darned. You should say, I thank you, God, I praise you, God, I love you, God. So the next day, when the little boy took his wagon by the church, all the wheels fell off. He said, I love you, God, I praise you, God, I thank you, God, and all the wheels went back on, and the priest said, I'll be darned. Last joke I have to tell you. The church had a Bible selling contest. The man who sold the most Bibles he started severely, folks. So the parishioner said, well, what did you say to the people that sell the most Bibles? He said, well, I just said, do you want to buy a Bible, or do you want me to read it to you?
Isn't it fun? Just hear people laugh. I just love it. Moving on. I would like to have you do a meditation. And I would like to have you go to your sanctuary, a closet all of your own, a little place where you can be all alone with your soul and listen to your soul, the God that is inside of you. And this would be the meditation. These are our words. We find that words, English language is so brilliant and so precise, and we find that these words are great stimulations for great thoughts and setting us straight. Now, do you have something you want to actualize? To make actual. Is there something in your life you want to make actual? Is it wealth? Is it success? Is it peace? Is it love? Is it joy? Is it attainment? Is it success? Conclusions? Everything to a successful conclusion? Is there something in your life that you want to realize as action? Is there something in your life that you want to actuate, to put into action, to incite into action? Is there, folks? Of course there is. Have you made a list? Is there something in your life that you want to put into action and to incite? Incite. Isn't that a meaningful word? Incite into action. To arouse. Isn't that a great word? Or all three of them, actuate, activate, and actualize. We have the secret. It's helping others. It's forgetting yourself. It's getting rid of your ego. It's getting rid of that labor and that being heavily laden with selfishness and ego. It's taking the activity that is light and jolly and fun and together. Okay, now it's care and share. Care and share. It is, I care for you, and I want to hear what you did, and I want to hear of your progress, and of your happiness, and of your successes, your triumphs and your joys. Big thing here was I have a desk board. It's flake board. You know what flake board is? You know, they take all the chips from sawing up wood, and they take all the chips and they glue them together and compress them and make a board out of it. And they come in 9 feet, or is it 8 feet by 4 feet? And I wanted a half of one. I wanted an 8 foot by 2 foot. And Gregory went to the lumber yard. Gregory went to the lumber yard, and the lumber yard didn't have a saw. So Gregory brought home a plate board that was 8 feet by 4 feet. That's a whole room. Well, I'm kind of glad that I didn't have my way. This has happened very often in life. My way was not the best way. And that great big 8 foot by 4 foot made the most comfortable desk. It's like a conference table that they have at annual meetings, board meetings. And these, they sleep 12 people. And so this one will have 12 people. It'll be great for the Glendora Vegetarian Club. 12 of us can sit all around the table and eat the vegan food. And it's great for doing the God work every day. The God Christ helping others work. And for doing a chat with Glendora. And for doing all of the good things that we can find to do. So then the next step was to paint it. And how can Gregory lift a board that's 8 feet long and 4 feet wide? And he did it all by himself. I did the painting with a roller. He did some painting with a brush. And it came out beautifully. I'll have to show it to you someday. And then over into the hat room, which has 50 hats in it. And I'm going through the hats now for the 5th time. I wear a different one each day. Because if I don't, they just hang on the wall and they're idle, and the hats don't like that. They want to be worn, and they want to be appreciated, and they want to give joy to the world with all their colors and designs. So into the hat room, Debbie brought about, 12 times 4 is 48. She brought me about 48 boxes that copying paper comes in. And we painted all the boxes white. We covered up W.B. Mason, which is a cute little box anyhow. It shows him, a portrait of him and him in his truck delivering the paper. And that looks so nice. It's 4 rows high, folks, and it's 12 columns wide. And everything is in there and indexed and orderly and neat. So those are the 2 things I wanted to share with you. And DCTV wants us to put credits at the end of our show. Credits. What do they mean by that, credits? I think they mean cameraman so-and-so, lighting so-and-so, editing so-and-so, graphics so-and-so. But there aren't all those so-and-sos. Glendora does everything, all by herself. She doesn't have all those people. How do I get around that? I would say the credit goes to others, to God, to the universe, and everybody contributed to the show. Everybody. All living beings. All plants, all animals, all earth, all sun. Everybody contributed to it. Credits. How do I say that? Will I say to everybody? No, Glendora does it all, and you can blame Glendora for the mess that it is. Nobody else is culpable. Philly Cam, Dr. Gordon Beaumont, he's a PhD from Harvard and a lecturer at the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia. is sponsoring a chat with Glendora in Philadelphia on PhillyCam. And he made out his application form, and then he sent it to me to fill in the parts that are, that say how long it is and what it is about and all those things. That's my part. And we filled in all those, and we said they are a 5013C, nonprofit organization. We sent them $100. They asked what the program is about, and I had to add a codicil. I had to add an attachment, because they didn't give us room to write. The program is about when everything is over, the only thing that really mattered is how did you treat others. When all is said and done, the only thing that matters is how did you treat others. They asked who the audience was, whether it's male or female, young or old. It's everybody. It's the whole universe. They asked what the message was. The message is to remind people. It doesn't teach people this because you know it already, folks. It's in your soul. The problem is not listening to it, not going to a sanctuary and listening to it, and actuating it, right? And activating it, and actualizing it. Isn't that what the problem is? It's not teaching you anything new. You know all this. And that's what I tried to say in the second attachment. Well, Dr. Vermont called, he left a message, and he said, I have signed the application and I have mailed it into PhillyCam. You will be hearing from them probably, or I will be hearing from them. Now we'll see what Debbie Rudman will try to do to prevent it from going on the TV, as she has for 3 or 4 years. Okay, DCTV, thank you, Carmen Stanley, for reviewing our 4 programs that we sent in for the week of June. And so we got to do them all over again. And they are very, very, very close to forbidden editorial control. You cannot tell a producer of a public access show what he can say and what he can't say, because public access is sidewalk free speech. It is traditional sidewalk free speech, and it is statutory sidewalk free speech, which deserves and gets the utmost freedom. Go to the United States Code, Title 47, Section 521, et sequitur, and you will find that you can be mightily sued, as Cablevision was, by exercising editorial control. They took a chat with Glendora off the TV because they didn't like what Glendora was saying. Aha! Remember that public access is a law, federal, state, and municipal. Which brings us to a big event of this past week. A large company named Sinclair, took over Channel 6 WRGB Albany and issued a statement that the anchor on the news was made to read verbatim. A hue and a cry went up all over the capital district of the state of New York, Albany, Schenectady, Troy. It's a huge signal. It's like 70 miles radius. And attack on free press. No more free press. We want free press. And a whole group of people, of many groups, consisting of many groups, protested this. Letters to the editor, and a rally on Thursday at the WRGB Channel 6 TV building, which is a very elaborate building on Baltong Road in Niskayuna. And they went there and they picketed there. And our little cub reporter, Maxine Bogash, I loaned her one of our 6 cameras, and she went in a tripod, and she went up there and she made a video for you. And we will play that for you on A Chat with Glendora. It's 9 minutes long, and it's free speech, and it's free press, and it's First Amendment first. Isn't that a great event? Well, I guess that's all. Sue gets my groceries for me every week. Sometimes she has to push 2 grocery carts around the supermarket, hers and mine. She just said, I'm going to get your groceries for you every week. You call me up Friday at 8:30 when I'm eating my oatmeal, and you give me your grocery list. Isn't that what we were talking about? Isn't that what we want to actuate, activate, and actualize? Isn't that what it is? Can you imagine a person doing that for a neighbor? A neighbor, a Christian, and a friend? Okie doke. As always, folks, it was an exciting week. And as always, you and all of us together make it possible. I think I will pray. This I want to tell you, that great big broadcast TV station that used to be owned and operated by General Electric, it's called WRGB Channel 6. And it originates from Schenectady, the Albany, Troy, capital district of New York, the Empire State. Not a peep was heard from that 30-second announcement that we played. I better play it for you. No, I didn't put it into the Magnabox player. But it was the one that said, "Hi folks, you've heard of the TV show 60 Minutes? Well, the name of this show is 30 Seconds. The next time you go to the supermarket, will you bypass the meat counter and go to the frozen food cases and load up your grocery cart with veggie meat, hamburger, chicken, turkey, ham, 89 years old. No doctors, no medicine. And my cat is vegan too. And she's 98 years old. Well, not a peep from that great big broadcast station. Nobody called on the phone. Nobody, as far as I know, went to Google Glendora. Nobody, as far as I know, went to Facebook Glendora. And nobody, as far as I know, went to a chat with Glendora at gmail.com. Yet, over at the Advertiser, our local shopping news advertising newspaper, wherever you go, I saw your article in the Advertiser. I saw your article in the Advertiser. It drew more response than great big broadcast WRGB Channel 6. And we put it also on Facebook, and there have been 1,500 views. And this is all a matter of record, electronic record. Yet not a peep from Channel 6. Over on Twitter, 240 people are registered to have viewed it, and over on YouTube, which is really the lowest of all the numbers, 140 people are counted up as seeing it. Don't you think that's interesting? Oh, guess what, folks? This is 90 years minus 2. Today and tomorrow. And then Tuesday, May 1st, 90 years old. We'll have to change the commercial, right? Let's go back to Channel 6, WRG, and buy another $1,000 worth. Over on Facebook, the announcement costs $11. Over on Channel 6, it costs $1,000 for 5 of them on the 5 p.m. news. Please call me and let me share with you all the good things that you did. Please remember that God and Christ, or whatever religion you can put in there, and helping others are synonymous and are interchangeable. Please remember that all of these things you have heard, you know. You just need to what? Actuate, actualize, and activate. And please remember to go to your sanctuary and listen to your soul. And please remember to stay away from egotism and selfishness. It is not real. It promises you everything, but it gives you nothing. It isn't there. The success you're looking for, the happiness you're looking for, and the wealth, and the love, and the peace, that's in helping others. And one final thing, you're not going to find all that unless you're vegan. You cannot be part of this horrible, atrocious brutality to these dear, sweet little animals who just want to be pets. They want you to love them the way you love your dog and your cat. You wouldn't eat your dog or your cat. Okay. May the grace of God, the fellowship of the Holy Spirit, the love of Jesus Christ be yours and of those you love. Amen. And here is the prayer.
Write to me, Robert Schumer, Garden Grove, California. Do it now, before you forget.